Hi guys, I'm Kenneth Dominic Williams, and the book that I chose, well, Difficult Conversations: How to Discuss What Matters Most by Douglas Stone, Patton, and Sheila Hinn of the Harvard Negation Project. Now, the Harvard Negation Project is a project that was created at Harvard in the early 90s, and that deals with issues of negations and conflict resolution. So now, overview of the context of the regarding overview of the context of the book. Now, the book provided a lot of useful information about how to deal with difficult conversations, but for the sake of time, I'm only going to mention two or three things. So firstly, the book mentions that with each difficult conversation, there are really three conversations, and that is the what happened conversation, the feelings conversation, and the identity conversation. Now, the what happened conversation, that is the most difficult conversations that involve disagreement, but what has happened or what should happen. So basically, who's right in the conversation or who's to blame within that conversation. And then for the feelings conversation, the book also says that this is another difficult conversation that asks and answers questions about our feelings, such as are my feelings valid or are they appropriate? Should I acknowledge my feelings? Should I deny my feelings? Basically, should I put all my feelings out on the table or should I just keep them to myself? And then the third one is the identity conversation. So this conversation that we each have within ourselves, but what the situation means to us. So basically that the conversation, basically the book says that it creates an internal debate within themselves over whether things are we compliant, are we incompliant, are we a good person, a bad person, are we worthy or not worthy of love, what impact would it have on my self-image or my self-esteem? And then another thing the book mentions, and this is in a later chapter, and that is how just listening can transform a conversation. So if we just listen to people that we have a conversation with, it can help us understand the person and helps them understand us. Now, regarding the value I had improving all my relationship. Now, I would say after reading this book and using its strategies or information provided, I would say it did help improve my relationship with my stepdad, who I chose to do this whole assignment on. I think it really helped me basically help me, I guess you could say, like, improve on like the difficult conversation, like me basically having a hard time conversating with him. And then would I recommend or would I not recommend the book? Now, okay. So even though the book is outdated, now not in terms of like the information being outdated, because I think people can still use this information or use this information to help them with the difficult conversations they deal with in their everyday lives, whether that's with, your coworkers, um, maybe your boss, your family, your family members, a friend, your spouse, or even your child, which actually, I know in the back of the book, they have like a whole separate section on that. So basically, in that section, they answer the 10 questions people ask about different conversations. So Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a nice day. You guys are all safe and healthy. Bye.